Don't look now, but the Chicago Bears are 4-4 over their last 8 games after starting the season 0-4. So let's talk about this, people. What is going on? Y'all, Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. And here to talk about the Bears' steady kind of improvement that's been happening from mid to a late season here, if you will, and who kind of deserves the most credit for this and, why kind of this turnaround has been happening. All right. So as I mentioned to you guys, the Bears started the season 0-4 and, they've got 4 wins in their last 8 games and 4-4. So the record now sits at 4-8 on the year, which isn't good for sure. But let's just talk about some context here in regards to these games. All right. So 2 games that the Bears have lost this season, I firmly believe that they should have won. I think you guys know the games I'm talking about. The game against the Broncos in week 4, in which we lost that game 31-28, which we should have never lost. And the game, not this week, but this past week against the Lions, in which we should have won that game. We lost 31-26. So you flip those 2 games from losses to wins, and you're talking about the Bears going from 4-8 to 6-6. 4-8 to 6-6, folks. That's a big difference. At 6-6, you're back into the thick of things. Maybe not for obviously the division, but certainly for a wild card spot. And so it's just so crazy how, football is just a game of inches, really, if you will, and how close things get with this team. But the reason I wanted to talk about it is, I have to, be honest about it and be objective about it. We've seen slowly and steady improvement, right? After a disastrous and rocky start to the season, the Bears keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Now, again, they have not beaten any world beaters, right? So the 4 wins that they've had, it's been against the Commanders, it's been against the Raiders, it's been against the Panthers, and now it's been against the Vikings. But Matt Eberflus, to his credit, all right, I don't like give Matt Eberflus a lot of credit, but like I said, I'm objective. I gotta give them people their flowers when they need to. Finally beat a division opponent in his career for the first time. And now, the fact of the matter is, the defense for the Bears has been playing very good. After starting the season terribly, the defense has really turned around. Multiple takeaways in back-to-back games. They've been able to get pressure. They've just been able to be, fairly elite, at least against a run for sure. So I have to give Matt Eberflus credit there. Finally doing his job as a defensive head coach and getting the best out of this defense. Obviously, adding Montez Sweat into the mix helped a lot. But yeah, man, so I think the defense has been a big part of this turnaround for sure. Obviously, losing Justin Fields in the middle of the stretch did not help. But what if we had Justin against the Saints? We lost to them 24-17. And so that would have, been even better. So my point is, even though the season has been pretty disappointing, it honestly could have been, a turnaround very quickly, and things would have been very different at 6-6 versus 4-8. Now, I know it's easy for me to just say that, and hey, what about the wins that we did have? We could have lost those. I mean, we blew the Commanders out 40-20, so that's a pretty convincing one. We blew the Raiders out 30-12. All right, we beat the Panthers 16-13, but let's be honest, Panthers are terrible. We should beat them. And the Vikings game, yeah, that was a very close game. But hey, I feel like these 4 wins, we kind of earned them. And yeah, we blew 2 games. And so looking forward to the rest of the schedule here, you got the Lions, you got the Browns, Cardinals, Falcons, and Packers on tap. Well, who scares you from that group? Certainly the Browns are an elite defense for sure. Maybe that's a loss there. Packers, obviously, you lost to them early on. But you could beat the Cards. They're not very good. You could beat the Falcons. And hey, revenge on the Lions. And so to me, you see what I'm trying to get at here with the Chicago Bears. So this turnaround has been, fairly pleasant to watch here. Look, I'm not waving pom-poms here and saying I want to keep everybody and everyone deserves, to stay. No, not that. The coaching staff is still inept and we still got issues here. But what I'm saying is it's nice to finally see some dubs. It's nice to finally see some dubs. And folks, I mean, this is obviously unrealistic here, but you can still finish out the season 9-8, believe it or not, right? You can finish out the season above 500. Now, more realistic is you are going to be probably getting 2 or 3 more wins, but 7-10, 8-9 is kind of where I had this team at before the season started. So they are who we thought they were. Like, that is really where I had this team, and that's a market improvement from a 3-win team last year. So if the Bears go from 3 wins last year to 7 or 8 wins this year, that's progress. So I just want to highlight that right before we talk about, the whole like world is ending scenario with the Bears and fire everybody and get rid of this team. I totally get it. I'm not happy with a lot of the coaches. I'm ready to move on from a lot of them, but still have some football games left here. Still got some evaluation to do, certainly with the quarterback, Justin Fields, DJ Moore. He's been amazing. Like, the offense has also improved. I think Justin Fields has taken a little bit of a step forward this year, right? Him with DJ Moore has been special. What if the Bears add another receiver, right? Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm talking to you. So you can see kind of the vision here, but I'm not completely sold on everything. I'm just saying to you guys that it's nice to see some progress. And we got 5 more games. So let's evaluate and see what happens in those 5 games. And then at the end of the season, we can kind of, put a bow on everything, take a look at the entire season in totality. But right now, I'm still in evaluation mode. That's where I'm at right now. I haven't made any full decisions on what I feel about this team and the players for sure. Matt Eberflus, certainly, I do think I'm out on. But, hey, he is making his case as the defense has turned around steadily. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the improvement that you've seen from the Bears over the past 8 weeks. Leave a comment down below on that, as always.